I'm sorry, Ethan, I whispered, clutching the hospital sheet. I didn't want this to happen. He didn't even look at me. Stood there, arms folded, staring at the blank wall like it had done something to him. You didn't want this? His voice was cold. You've always been cursed. It's everything you touch dies. I blinked. What? You heard me? He finally turned, eyes sharp. No grief in them. The baby's gone. Just like that. And you're still here. Figures. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. My throat burned. My heart. I think it shattered right then. You don't mean that? Oh, I do, he snapped. I should have. Listen to my mom. She said something was off with you. Guess she was right, Ethan. I choked out. I lost our child. You lost my child. He grabbed his coat from the chair. I'm not staying here. This place reeks of failure. You're leaving me. Here. Yeah, he said. I need fresh air, away from all this darkness. The door clicked behind him, and then silence. No beeping monitors, no nurse footsteps. It's just silence and me. Mom, please, I begged into the phone. It's just a few days. I need somewhere to go. I told you, marrying that boy was a mistake, she said coldly. Now look where. It's gotten you. I've nowhere else. We're not running a hotel, sweetheart. Actions have consequences. I had a miscarriage. My voice broke. Don't you care? A pause. Then, we warned you. Click. I stared at the screen. Call ended. When I reached their doorstep that evening, dragging a plastic bag with my clothes, Dad opened the door. He looked older than I remembered. Gray at the edges. Tired? Hi, Dad. He didn't smile. Your mother's not happy. I figured. He stepped aside. Just for one night. Inside smelled like lemon. Cleaner and silenced at dinner. Mom didn't speak to me. She passed dishes like I was invisible. I could try finding work, I offered quietly, just till I get back on my feet. No one wants a broken girl, she muttered. I froze. Excuse me? You heard me? She said, sipping her tea. You think we don't feel shame too? A failed marriage. A dead baby. That's what people will say. Not, it's bad luck, Moran. Her eyes met mine. Cold, hard. Some women are just not meant to be mothers. I stood up, chair scraping loudly. Thanks for dinner. Dad didn't stop me. He just stared at his plate. That night, I sat alone on the bus bench. One bag. Number. Money. No baby. No husband. No home. I wrapped my arms around myself. He called me cursed. She said I was bad luck. Was it true? I stared at my reflection in the glass of the bus stop. Pale, tired, empty. I'm not cursed, I whispered, voice shaking. I'm not. A woman walked past, glanced at me, then hurried along. Maybe I was invisible. The shelter smelled like old blankets and leftover coffee. Name, the receptionist asked, eyes kind but distant. Marin, I mumbled. Marin Hart. She clicked on her keyboard. We have a bed, shared space. Anything's fine. You okay? I whispered, but I'm trying to be. She handed me a key. Room 6. You'll meet your roommate in the morning. I nodded and dragged my bag down the hall. The room was small. 2 beds, 1 window. No Ethan, no judgment, just quiet. I collapsed onto the mattress and stared at the ceiling. I'm not cursed, I said again, this time louder. The words trembled. In the air, sometime in the night, I woke up crying. My hands pressed against my stomach. Empty. So empty. I missed them. The fluttering, the dreams, the names I'd picked. I missed them all. I thought about how Ethan didn't cry. Not once. How my mom turned her back. How my dad said nothing. Why did I survive? Why, I turned my face to the wall and whispered, if no one else believes in me, I will. In the morning, I brushed my hair, tied it back, and stared in the mirror. Eyes swollen, skin pale, but still here, still breathing. That had to count for something. I walked out of the room with one thought repeating in my head. I'll survive no matter what they say, no matter what they did. even if I have to do it alone. You knew, the woman across the room asked, brushing crumbs off her bunk. I nodded, clutching my bag. Yeah, just got in. She scooted over and patted the edge of her bed. Name's Alina. You, Maren. You look tired? I am. Same, she muttered, pulling a thin blanket over her legs. This place isn't much, but it's safe. I sat down on the mattress across from hers, squeaked under my weight. No pillow. It's just a flat sheet and the faint smell of bleach. Alina tilted her head. You hungry? I shook my head. Not really. Let me guess. Husband left. I glanced away. Worse. She said quietly. I won't ask then. We sat in silence, two strangers wrapped in pain. No judgment. No pity. Just quiet. That night, I lay stiff on the thin mattress, shivering. My coat barely covered me. Hey, Alina whispered. You cold? A little. Without another word, she tossed her extra blanket across the room. I stared at it. You? Don't have to take it. I've got layers. You don't. I swallowed. Thank you. No problem. We'll look out for each other here. I pressed the blanket to my chest. It smelled like lavender soap. Why are you being nice to me? Alina shrugged. 'Cause someone once was nice to me. That's how we keep surviving. I turned my face to the wall and cried, Maren Hart. A nurse called. I stood from the plastic chair, hands trembling. Yes, this way. Dr. Reeve will see you now. The office smelled like hand sanitizer and paper. Dr. Reeve looked up and smiled gently. Hi there. I understand you've been feeling different. I nodded, tired, nauseous, dizzy sometimes. We'll take a look. Blood test came back this morning. My stomach twisted. Something wrong? She said softly. Actually, congratulations. You're pregnant. I froze. She watched me carefully. You okay? Pregnant? Yes, about 7 weeks. My hands gripped the edge of the table. That's not possible. You mentioned your last cycle. Was before you left your husband. I nodded slowly. Before the miscarriage. She gave me a long look. It's rare, but it's possible to conceive again quickly, especially if the body wasn't ready to let go. I felt dizzy. I don't understand. She turned the monitor toward me. You'll want to see this. It's a tiny dots. Blinked on the screen. Twins, I whispered. Yes, I laughed. Or maybe I cried. All blurred. That's impossible. I'm cursed, he said. Who said that? Kai wiped my face. No one forget it. She handed me a tissue. You're not cursed. You're carrying life. 2 lives. Alina handed me a plastic bowl of soup back at the shelter. You look like you saw a ghost. Worse, I mumbled. I saw 2. She raised an eyebrow. What? I'm pregnant. With twins. Her spoon froze halfway to her mouth. No way. Yeah. She put her bowl down and reached for my hand. Do you want them? I whispered. I didn't even want to live last week, but you do now. I stared at the wall. I think I have 2. That's something. I touched my belly. They're Ethan's. She whistled low. The guy who left you? The same one who called me cursed. Damn, you gonna tell him? No, you sure? He made it clear. He walked away. Alina squeezed my hand. Then you walk forward. That night, I lay in bed, hand on my stomach. I don't know what I'm doing, I whispered. I don't have a house. I barely have food. The room creaked. Someone snored softly. But I have you, and I'm not letting go. I closed my eyes. You're not a curse. I whispered again. You're my blessing. You're getting big, Alina said, eyeing my belly as I struggled to tie my shoes. I feel like a walking balloon. She laughed. Kia, but you're glowing. That's just sweat. I walked 2 miles to get here. How's the job? Hot, loud, my back hates me. You still at the hotel laundry? I nodded. Fold towels, sort linens. Smile like I'm not cramping every second. She slid me a boiled egg. Eat. You need strength. For 3, I rubbed my stomach. I don't know how I'm doing this. You are, she said. That's what matters. Next, the front desk lady called. I stepped forward, holding my resume with shaky hands. You applying for laundry? Yes, part-time experience, shelter laundromat. I'm quick. You look very pregnant? I am, but I'll work hard. She sighed, then handed me a form. 1-week trial, no breaks. I don't need breaks. She raised a brow. We'll see. The machines roared like angry beasts. My arms ached. My feet screamed. But every towel I folded was money. Every paycheck I saved. Every saved coin I counted twice. Sometimes I rubbed them like lucky charms. Like they'd multiply if I wished hard enough. Guess what? Alina waved a paper in my face. What is it? Apartment listing? Cheap, month to month. I called. All ready. She's old, but nice. Where? 15 minutes from here. I stared at the flyer. Peeling paint. Small kitchen. Shared bathroom. But it was mine. Or it could be, you think she'd take me? She doesn't care if you're pregnant. She just wants rent on time. I'll call her. No, you'll meet her in person. Show her who you are. Mrs. Landon looked over her glasses. You alone? Yes, ma'am. Job. Part-time laundry. I save everything I can. She studied me. Babies? 2, coming soon. Husband? I hesitated. No. Late rent? I don't chase. It just changed the locks. I won't be late. She handed me a key. Let's see how long you last. The room was bare. 1 cracked window. 1 mattress on the floor. 2 baby onesies, folded neatly beside it. I dropped my bag and sat down. No one yelled, no one judged, no one laughed. I smiled. Hey, Alina said, popping by with 2 sandwiches. So this is it. It's tiny. It's yours. I nodded. Yeah, it is. She looked around. No crib. Not yet. No curtains either. Don't need them. She smiled. You're glowing again. It's time. It's not sweat. I walked into the clinic for my checkup, rubbing my belly gently. The receptionist smiled. 3rd floor. I pressed the elevator button. It dinged. Then I saw him. Ethan. Laughing. With a woman. Pretty, glossy, perfect hair. He turned. Our eyes met. My heart skipped. Just once. He smirked. Well. The woman looked confused. You know her. He shrugged. Just someone I used to know. I stepped into the elevator without a word. Everything looks great, Dr. Reeves said, pointing to the monitor. Okay. Healthy heartbeats. Strong movement. Thank you, I whispered. You've gained weight. That's good. Do twins usually kick this much? She chuckled. They're active. They're excited. I rubbed my stomach. They're stubborn, just like me. Back in the hallway, Ethan was gone. So was she. I breathed out. He didn't ask, but he didn't care. But I wasn't broken. Not anymore. I had life growing inside me. He walked away from me once. Now I was walking right past him without flinching. That night, I sat by the window in my little apartment. The city lights blinked like tired stars. I laid the onesies beside me. One said brave, the other said loved. I don't need him, I whispered. I don't need anyone. 2 tiny kicks answered me. I smiled. I've got you. Breathe, Marin. Come on, just breathe. I am breathing, I snapped, gripping the edge of the hospital bed. It just hurts. I know, the nurse said gently. You're doing great. Just a little longer. Define a little. She smiled. You'll meet them soon. I'm not ready. You've been ready for months. A new contraction hit, sharp and cruel. I screamed. My voice bounced off the white walls, but no one came running. No family, no friends. Just nurses and pain. Almost there, the doctor said, entering the room. What does that mean? I groaned. You said that an hour ago. This time I mean it. We need one more big push. I don't have another one in me. You do? I closed my eyes. You're not cursed, I whispered. You're strong. You're a mother. Then I pushed, and screamed and broke. and then cried, "Not me, dot, tiny, loud, real." "Here's baby one," the nurse said, laying a warm body on my chest. "Lucas." My lips trembled. "Hi, Lucas." The doctor looked up. "Second one's coming. Ready?" "No," I whispered, "but do it anyway." Another push, more fire, or fear. Then another cry. "And here's Liam." The nurse smiled. "You did it." "I did it," I repeated, breathless. "You're incredible." "No," I whispered, staring at them. "They are. It's past." Lucas slept against my chest. Liam curled in the bassinet. A nurse peeked in. "Anyone coming to visit?" "No." "Do you want me to call someone?" "There's no one to call." She nodded quietly and left the room. I looked at Lucas. "You were first. You fought hard." Then to Liam, and you waited patiently. You're the calm one. Their chests rose and fell. Tiny, steady, safe, no flowers. No balloons. No congratulations. But I didn't feel empty. I felt full. Full of purpose. Full of fight. Full of them. A knock at the door, another nurse peeked in. "Would you like to fill out their names now?" "Yes." She handed me a clipboard. Middle names. Lucas James, Liam Joel. Beautiful. Their family names. She smiled. "You're doing great, Mom." The word hit me harder than the contractions. Mom, that was me now. Later. A janitor passed by. "Congrats," he said kindly. "Twins, yes." He leaned on his broom. "Tough road." I nodded. "Alone the whole way." "Not anymore." I looked at my boys. "No, not anymore." A nurse brought soup and crackers. "You need to eat." "Thanks." She set the tray down and hesitated. "They're lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have them. You want a chaplain or counselor?" "No," I said, shaking my head. "I just want to go home." That night, under dim lights, I held both of them. One in each arm, their fingers curled. Their breaths soft. "I don't care what he said," I whispered. "You're not born from a curse." Tears burned my eyes. "You're born from my fight." And I meant it, every word. "Liam, please," I groaned, holding him close. "It's just 1 hour of sleep. That's all I ask." He screamed louder. Lucas joined in from the crib. Okay, Team Chaos, I hear you." I bounced one on my hip while reaching for the bottle. "Mama's trying, okay?" "I've got 2 hands and 0 patience left." I yawned. "No offense," Alina video called. While I was folding laundry, my screen was cracked, the signal glitchy. "You look dead," she said, squinting. "I feel worse. Twins got you hostage. Every damn day." She laughed. "You still freelancing?" "Yep, mostly editing and translating. Small stuff, getting paid. Some of them, others ghost me." "Freelance life," she sighed. "Still proud of you, though?" "Thanks." It's something, Marin." "Yeah," I answered, balancing Lucas on my lap while emailing a client. "I need you to fix grammar and reword the pitch," the client typed. "Sure, deadline tomorrow." I looked down at the twins, now throwing blocks at each other. "Done," I replied anyway. "I'll send it tonight." That night, I rocked them to sleep. "Why don't you guys nap during the day?" I whispered. "It would make life easier." Liam babbled. "Mama," my chest tightened. "Wait, did you just he said it again?" "Mama." Lucas followed. "Mama," tears blurred my eyes. "You're just saying sounds," I whispered. "But it still counts." They reached for me, 2 sticky hands. And I broke in the best way. 2 months later, I had 10 clients. I sat at the kitchen table, buried in emails. My phone buzzed. "Alina again." "You're glowing," she said. "It's sweat." "Nope, that's power. I've got enough savings for a course," I said. "Business online starts next." "Weak? You're insane." "I'm surviving." "No, you're building." I typed through every nap. I studied while they chewed on toys beside me. 1 lesson at a time, 1 page at a time. Failed the first quiz. But I didn't quit. "Leukelium," I whispered one night, writing it in my notebook. "That's the brand name." I imagined tiny clothes with bold words. Brave, loud enough. I'm gonna make something real, I told them. It's for you. Because of you. Are you crazy? Alina asked. Yes. You want to sell baby clothes? Design them first. Sell later. With what time? Nap time? Midnight. Doesn't matter. She paused. I've never seen you. Like this. Like what? Alive. I emailed a designer overseas. Paid a deposit. Sample onesies arrived a month later. I held one up. Said, Mama's reason. I pressed it to my face and cried. Lucas got sick first, then Liam. Fevers, sleepless nights. No work. Missed deadlines. I can't do this, I whispered, holding. Them both. You are doing it, Alina texted. Even tired. Even alone, I launched the website with a shaky hand. It's just 5 products. No ads, no expectations. I sold 1 order in the first week, then 3, then 7. The boys sat in their he cares as I packed the orders. Mama, Lucas said, clapping. Liam threw mashed peas. Close enough, I muttered. I stood at the window watching them nap in the same crib. You're not my burden, I whispered. You're my reason. They shifted in their sleep, soft breaths rising and falling. You made me, Mom. Not cursed, just Mom. And that was enough. My inbox buzzed. From Emily Jennings' subject. Please, I need to talk. I stared at it. 3 years, no contact, no warning. Just that. I clicked reply. Sure, Kafmia, tomorrow. 10 a.m. She was already there when I arrived. Wrinkled blouse, hair pulled back. Eyes swollen. Thanks for coming, she whispered. I sat across from her. Didn't expect your name in my inbox. She laughed, but it broke halfway. Yeah, me neither. I waited. I wasn't here for small talk. She fiddled with her napkin. Ethan left me. Shocking, I said, sipping coffee. No, I mean completely. Took the money. Maxed the cards. I'm drowning. I tilted my head and you emailed me. Why? Her eyes glossed over. Because I didn't know. Didn't know what? That he had kids. I raised my eyebrow. You didn't know he was a father. No. He said you were crazy. Said the miscarriage made you unstable. My lips pressed together. And you believed him. I loved him. Her voice cracked. God, I was stupid. I leaned forward. You married a liar. Now you're paying the price. That's not stupidity, it's karma. She swallowed. I guess I deserve that. Silence fell between us. Finally, she pulled something from her purse and slid it across the table. A resume. Okay, what's this? Yon? Leucolium, right? I didn't answer. I follow your page, she continued. Your story, it's inspiring. You built something. From nothing, still? I said nothing. I need a job. Anything. Assistant? Social media? Shipping? I'll mop the floors. Please, I need work. I looked down at the resume. It was clean, organized, desperate. Why me? I asked. Her voice shook. Because no one else will answer. My degree's old. My name's tied to his bankruptcy. Every door's closed. I sipped again. Let her words sit in the air. I have twins, I said. 3 years old. Her eyes widened. Twins? Lucas and Liam, born in silence, raised in strength. She nodded slowly. I didn't know. I swear. I don't need your swears. I needed them 3 years ago. I didn't email to beg, she said, even as her hands trembled. I emailed because I'm at the bottom. I know I hurt you, even if I didn't mean to. Ethan hurt me, I said. If you were just background noise. Her face crumpled a little more. I'm sorry, not angry anymore. I said, I'm just done. She looked up. So, is that a no? I picked up the resume, looked it over, typed her name into my phone. Give me a week, I said. If something opens, I'll reach out. Her eyes watered. You mean it? I'm not making promises. Still, thank you. As I stood, I looked back at her. Her shoulders were slumped, hope barely hanging on. Karma's not loud. I said, "It's quiet, but it lands sharp." She nodded. And I left, the resume still in my hand. "Mommy, that man's staring at us." I turned Ethan, standing by the daycare gate, dressed sharp but his eyes wrecked. "Go inside, sweethearts," I whispered to Lucas and Liam. "Tell Miss Tasha I'll be just a minute." They obeyed, holding hands. He didn't move. I walked over, slow, every step burning with the past. "What do you want? They're mine." "No, Ethan," I said, voice low. "They're mine, always were. I have a right. You gave up that right the day you called me cursed." He blinked. "I didn't know you kept them. I didn't keep them. I raised them through fevers, nightmares, diapers, without you." "They're my sons," he said again, quieter now. I crossed my arms. "And what exactly do you want? To hug them? Take pictures? Post a sob story online?" His mouth twitched. "I want to. Be part of their lives. You think you deserve that?" "I lost everything. Not my fault. I was scared," he said. I panicked. "You left. I thought you were broken." "No," I said. "You did." He flinched. "You think you hurt me? You did for a while. But now?" Shook my head. "Now you're just a stranger who shares DNA with my sons." "I missed so much," he murmured. "They said their first words without you. Took their first steps without you. Got sick, laughed, cried without you." He looked past me toward the building. "They look like me. No, they look like hope." He swallowed. "Can I just see them? Say hi." I stepped in front of him. "No," he stiffened. "You can't keep them from me." "I can. I will. They're half mine." I raised my voice slightly. "No, Ethan, they're fully mine. I bled for them, fought for them. You don't get to claim them now." "I messed up," he said. "I know. Messing up is for getting milk. You abandoned us." He dragged a hand down his face. "Please. They don't know you, and they never will. They'll ask one day. I'll tell them the truth, that I'm a monster, that you ran when I needed you, when they needed you." He looked like he'd been slapped. "You're angry." "No, I'm done." He laughed, but it was hollow. "I lost it all." "You cursed yourself, Ethan." "Not me, not them." He looked down. "Emily's gone." I tilted my head. "She should have run sooner." He nodded. "I know." Silence. "You think I'm cruel," I said, "but I'm not. I'm just a mother." He didn't speak. "I'll protect them from pain, even if that pain is you." "I deserve that," he whispered. "No, you deserve to walk away, just like you did before." And I turned. My boys were waving through the glass. I waved back. Ethan didn't follow. I can't believe he actually filed. My voice shook as I clutched the folder tighter. "You've got this," Alina whispered beside me. "You're ready?" I was witness letters, medical bills, photos from the shelter, screenshots of his messages or lack of them. Still, my palm sweated as I stepped into the courtroom. He was already seated, tailored suit, polished shoes. But nothing could cover the cracks on his face. I didn't nod, didn't smile. The judge cleared her throat. Case number 481. Custody petition from Mr. Ethan Cray, contesting primary care of Lucas and Liam Cray. His lawyer stood. "Your Honor, Mr. Cray acknowledges his past absence, but wishes to be a present and responsible father moving forward." I almost scoffed. The judge looked at me. "Ms. Reed, do you have a statement?" I stood. "Yes, Your Honor. I've raised my sons alone since birth. I've provided housing, education, health care, without a single cent or call from Mr. Cray. I have documentation." The judge nodded. "Proceed." I handed the folder to the clerk. "These are shelter records, medical bills, proof of my employment, and testimonies from daycare staff." Ethan avoided my gaze. I continued. "There are also photos from the shelter the day I found out I was pregnant, and a letter from Dr. Reeve, who confirmed I carried them to term alone." His lawyer shifted uncomfortably. I also have proof he knew, I added. A message I sent him when I found out. Response. The judge flipped through the pages silently. Ethan finally spoke. I didn't know how to handle it. Thought she was trying to trap me. Mr. Cray, the judge said calmly, did you ever inquire about the children before this filing? He hesitated. No. Did you provide any form of support, financial, emotional, or otherwise? His voice dropped. No. Did you visit? Send gifts? Ask questions? No, ma'am. The judge leaned back. Why now? I saw them, he said. They look like me. I stared at him. They looked happy, he added. They are, I said. The judge looked down at the file, then back at us. Ms. Reed, you are the definition of a mother. My knees nearly buckled. Based on the overwhelming evidence, this court sees no grounds to change the current custody arrangement. Full custody remains with Ms. Reed. Case dismissed. Ethan's lawyer whispered something, but he didn't respond. He just stared at the floor at the bench, never at me. I walked past him, slow and steady. Outside, Alina grabbed my hand. How do you feel? Cold? I said, but not afraid. He looked hollow, she said. Regret does that. I replied, and I walked on. The building looked smaller now. Faded bricks, cracked windows. The kind of silence that pressed against your skin. I stood in front of the door I once ran from. Liam's tiny sweater was folded in my hands. I knocked twice. Footsteps. A pause. The door creaked open. He stared. Hey, I said. He blinked. What are you doing here? I don't want anything. His eyes dropped to my hands. Is that? It's Liam's. He outgrew it. I held it out, not for you. Just for you to see. He didn't move. I don't want it back, I said. I just wanted you to touch something you once threw away. He slowly took it. His hands trembled. He was born in silence, I whispered, but he cried loud, just like Lucas. He swallowed. They have your eyes. No, they have their own. He nodded. His lips quivered. Do they know? About me. I tilted my head. They know they have a mom who fought for them. His throat worked hard. I was stupid. I know. I was scared. I was alone. He looked down at the sweater like it burned. I see them sometimes, he said, from far. At the park. I know. I wanted to say something. I didn't. Good, I said. I guess. They don't. Need confusion? His voice cracked. I have nothing now. I raised a brow. You had everything. You let it rot. A tear slipped down his cheek. Don't cry, I said. Not for me. He looked up, desperate. Was I really that awful? Yes, he nodded, wiping his face. I don't sleep well. Guilt does that. Kay clutched the sweater like it might fix something. Do they smile a lot? Every day. He smiled barely. I guess that's good. It is. I turned to leave. He called after me. Do they hate me? They don't know you. Silence. My hand was on the railing when he said, you were never cursed. I stopped. I know, I said. But you were too blind to see it. He looked like a boy again, small, hollow. You called me cursed, I said, over and over. I didn't mean you did. He dropped his gaze. I buried your words, I told him, under diapers and deadlines, down to crying nights and first steps. I dug myself out. I don't deserve forgiveness. I didn't come to forgive you. He nodded. I stared at him, what was left of him. Q? I said, stepping down one stair, I thought maybe you were right. That something in me was broken. You weren't, he said. No, I agreed, but something in you was. The door creaked in the breeze. He stood there with a piece of my son in his hands, shaking, lost. I came here to leave that. I said, not for you to keep, but so you'd know exactly what you let go. I feel it every day. Good. He didn't follow. I reached the sidewalk. One last glance. You once called me cursed, I said. He didn't speak. Never was. His shoulders slumped. I whispered, you were. Then I turned and walked into the light. Mommy. I turned at the sound of their voices high, excited, pure joy. Liam. Lucas. They barreled toward me, feet slapping against the wet pavement, arms outstretched. I dropped to my knees. My babies. They crashed into me. 2 tiny hurricanes of love. You're all wet, I laughed, brushing Liam's soaked curls off his forehead. Lucas grinned, missing his front tooth. We splashed. I see that, I said, pulling them closer. Rain monsters, both of you. Can we dance? Liam asked, tugging my hand. I stood up. Only if you promise not to slip and break my heart. No promises. Lucas yelled, already spinning. Rain dripped down my cheeks, into my lashes. Cold on my skin. Warm in my chest. Mommy, look. Liam twirled. I'm a superhero. I gasped. Flying Liam, protector of puddles. Lucas laughed. "'Kay, and I'm Captain Splash." I clutched my chest. Oh no! I'm under attack! They giggled, grabbing my hands, pulling me into their storm. We danced in the rain. On the cracked sidewalk, no music, just laughter. People stared from under umbrellas. Let them. Can we get hot chocolate after? Liam asked, jumping with. Marshmallows, Lucas added. Are you sure you earned it? I teased. We cleaned our room, Liam pouted. And we didn't fight today. Lucas beamed. I gasped again. Who are you? And what have you done with my real kids? Liam hugged. Me, we love you, Mommy. My throat tightened. Lucas leaned in. Shh, more than marshmallows. Now that's serious, I whispered, holding them both close. The rain softened. I looked at the sky gray. Quiet, no ring on my finger, no man waiting at home, no big house. But 2 boys laughed in my arms. 2 hearts beat against mine. Hey, I said softly. They looked up. Do you know what I wanted to be when I was little? Liam shook his head. A dancer. Nope, Lucas guessed. A superhero. Close, I smiled. I wanted to be someone's mom. Their eyes lit up. You did it. Liam cheered. You're our mom. Lucas shouted. I nodded. Yeah, I really am. It's wrapped around me like roots to a tree. My sweater stuck to my skin. It's my shoes. SQUISHED. And I didn't care. Call me again, I whispered. Liam blinked. What? Say it again. They grinned. Mommy. Mommy? The cracks in my soul hummed. Healed, I kissed their cheeks. One by one, they were messy, loud, wild, and they were mine. Not a curse, not a mistake, not a burden. Miracles, ready for Coco. I asked race you. Shouted, bolting. Hey! Liam chased after him. No fair. I jogged after them. Slow, steady. I'm coming for you both. I called out. They screamed and laughed, arms flailing, joy echoing through the street. And I smiled, every part of me full. I didn't have a fairy tale, but I had this, and it was enough, more than enough.